Perfect. Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie Bridges, and I am from Wesley Chapel. And what we're going to discuss today is promotions. And the video that we watched was with Melina Harrison, who is a presidential diamond. It was just chock full of really great information on different promotions that you can offer both to your leaders as well as to your wellness advocates and your wellness customers. So I've got Elaine Huppridge and Nancy Huppridge with us tonight. So hello, girls. So we're going to just have a great conversation on different promotions that we offer and some awesome ideas that Melina offered in this video. So you girls want to say hello?
Hello from sunny St. Pete, Florida. You can't believe it's Christmas week, as hot as it is.
That's the truth. I feel the same way here in Tampa. Oh my goodness gracious, it's so warm. We're going to have Christmas by the pool this year.
Yes, until we get to Virginia and then we get out our coats.
All right. So some different promotions that you want to make sure that you're educating your entire team on. You want to make sure that everybody understands the fast track bonus. You want to make sure that everybody understands the power of 3 bonus. You want to make sure that everybody is educated on the product of the month. And sometimes there will be 2 product of the month. There'll be a 125 point value or PV product of the month. And then like December, there are 2. So we've got the 125 product of the month, which is the Holiday Joy. It's a 5 ml bottle of the Holiday Joy. But then there's also an awesome 200 PV product of the month, which is frankincense. Mm-hmm. So as Elaine likes to say, our boy Frank shows up most December. So that's just a really good product that you want to make sure that your team understands and knows what's going on with the product of the month. You also want to educate your team, make sure they know what item is for sale. There's always going to be a product that's going to be 10% off. So just make sure that everybody knows what that is. If it's a leader that's been in the business for a little while, hopefully they have that product so then they can sample that to some of their other leaders and advocates and customers. You also want to make sure that people know about any incentive offers that doTERRA, the corporation, is offering, like the incentive trip Cancun that's coming up in January.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Elaine, Nancy, and I are going to be on that fabulous trip. We are so excited with some of our other teammates from this area. And then the last promotion that you want to make sure that people are well aware of is Diamond Club. So, girls, do you have anything to add to those promotions that I just talked about?
One of the points that she made in that section was when she was talking about really understanding the promotion. So I remember the last couple of years in January and February, which is coming up, they did like a New Year, New You, where depending on if somebody's getting a new enrollment, they would get a special incentive. And it's impossible for us to offer those things to people if we don't personally understand them. Because if we're confused about them, we'll either not offer them or we'll not know how to explain them. So I would just encourage you that when any kind of promotion is coming out, to make sure you have good understanding of it. And if you don't, generally there's a link on the doterra.com site that explains it and kind of gives the guidelines, which is not a bad idea to put that in writing and have it so that you understand it. But also connect with the person who enrolled you or your upline leader, or start a thread on Team Voltage and say, hey, can somebody tell me a little more about this December to Remember thing? Help me get my head around it. Because the better we understand, the better we'll be able to promote.
That's great. Great point. Yeah, because that was something that Melina had mentioned. She said, we as leaders need to know how we're going to communicate that. Are we going to email it to our people? Are we going to text it? Are we going to post it on our social media sites? Are we going to do a calling tree? So we need to make sure that we have that plan in order. And like Elaine said, we need to know what's going on, so then we can, it can trickle down throughout our team. So
Steph.
Yes, ma'am.
I would love to add, after talking about this portion of the video, that this was one of the biggest takeaways for me, because I tend to get all wrapped up in my head of like, what should I offer? What would be the best thing? What do people want? It keeps going when it comes to promotions, because promotions, it's not like a nailed down thing. You can do whatever you want with promotions. But this first part of the video talked about using what doTERRA has to offer as a big tool, especially in the beginning when you are first starting to build your business and you don't necessarily have, $20 to invest in a Modern Essentials book for all of your new enrollments for this, that, or the other, if they start with this kit or that kit. So I that really stood out to me, because there are, like you just talked for like 5 minutes all about all of doTERRA's different types of promotions, which can be utilized for new enrollments and loyalty rewards orders and some standard orders and, all different, things like that. So I thought that was a big takeaway for me, was, utilizing doTERRA's promotions. And then if you're really pushing for something, if you're really pushing for a rank or things like that, then maybe starting to branch out and consider adding one of your own personal promotions during that month.
Great point, Nancy. Thank you for bringing that back up, because like you said, unless you're coming from another MLM where you've got a huge base, you've got to really think about your budget and what you're spending. So like you said, utilizing doTERRA's promotions first, and then as you grow, and then you can offer other incentives. So good, thank you. The next point that I want to talk about is, I love this quote that she said, if you want to grow your business, you need to know your business. So I think what she was just trying to explain with that is, make sure that you really get to know your leaders and find out what they are moved by. What are they, what incentives will they like? What incentives will help them help others? So some ideas that she had mentioned for different things that we as leaders can promote. We can promote training. And as we all know, doTERRA offers such amazing training sessions to all levels. You've got your just everything online that doTERRA as a corporation offers. You have all of the social media, many Facebook groups that you can get training through. You have your upline training. So just promoting that in itself will keep you as a leader very busy, making sure everybody knows what trainings are available, both online, in person, at events. I know you guys went to, I just lost it, in Orlando, what?
Mastermind.
I'm like, way to go. So that's another great training that you could use as the promotion for some of your teammates. So that's just a really, training, it's never ending. There's just so much you can offer with training. That goes also with events. You want to promote events that are available when different leaders from doTERRA Corporation come, when Rich Higbee comes, when Emily comes, when Dr. Hill comes to the area. You really want to promote those events and make sure that your people know that those are great ways to get your team together and then get the education and just really build some excitement with your team as well. Promoting, making sure that you can offer enrollments if you want to help some of your teammates below you. You can offer enrollments. You can do, Melina was talking about how sometimes she offers consulting sessions with her downline.
Mhm.
So that's a really great promo. Nancy had mentioned, rank advancements, and you just want to find what moves your people, what moves your leaders, and what moves their leaders. And it just kind of trickles down. Like I said before, you break down because each team is different. Each leg is different. Nancy, just right before we started recording, you were showing Elaine and I some really great samples that you were going to take to some wellness consults. Can you talk about those?
Absolutely. For me, this is I guess this is a way of promoting. I didn't even think about this. This I just think of as giving people a little gift when they enroll, but I guess it's kind of a little promotion.
It's product promotion.
Okay.
And the only way we make money in doTERRA is by the movement of product.
Absolutely.
And so product promotion should always be our number one thing that we do. So go for it.
Definitely. So when I enroll someone, I make sure to set up a membership overview with them as soon as possible, because they're excited right away, and I want to ensure that they know how to use the oils that they've just purchased, as well as the many benefits of their wholesale account and how they can best utilize their wholesale account with doTERRA. So when I set up a membership overview, I also bring them a couple goodies. Just as a thank you for being a part of our team. So I generally will bring all the brochures that doTERRA offers. You can purchase them in your back office. I think that they are some of the best investment that you can put into your business, because it gets people information about doTERRA's other products without you necessarily having to sit there and talk about every single little thing. You can bring this to them, explain the Slim and Sassy brochure, explain the Lifelong Vitality brochure and the skincare and how so that they can create their own blends of oils. And then this is something that I just started to utilize. Let's see if you can see. There's a little sticker that I got for the front that says, "Welcome to the Oily Life." And in here is a little sample packet of the Virage Cleanser, the toner. This is the serum, the moisturizer, and doTERRA's body butter as well, which I haven't filled this one quite yet. But then you're getting them to try the Virage skincare, which I absolutely love.
Great.
And the skincare system is incredibly affordable for the quality that you are getting in skincare. So I'll briefly explain to them about the skincare and then sample them with this skincare so that they can try it. They're going to fall in love with it. And then that's a product that they can add to their loyalty rewards order every couple months. And you go through the skincare quicker than you'd go through some of your essential oils. So it provides ways that they can meet that 100 PV order every single month and use more products. And then, when people try one product and they're like, wow, this is actually really good. Maybe I'll try the toothpaste. Maybe I'll try, other products as well, because they've had a really good experience with one. So, I like to sample the Virage because I think that it's a great gift to give someone and they really appreciate. this little, it's so thoughtful. It just looks cute.
It looks great. And so, Nancy, are you offering them an incentive to get together with you for the membership overview, or do you just bring those as kind of add-ons when you go there? Or are you actually incentivizing them to meet with you?
That's a great question. I generally do not incentivize people to do membership overviews, but this definitely could be a way of incentivizing.
Okay. Yeah.
If I am struggling to get with someone to a membership overview, if it's just their schedule is crazy, then I'll actually mail them the membership overview with the little breathe drops and the On Guard drops, and I always sample people the shampoo and conditioner. I always send all of that. It goes either with me to a membership overview or I mail it to them. Then they're able to try things and go, oh, this was so thoughtful of her. I really do need to get together with her to do this membership overview. And at least they've started trying products, and they're going to love them.
Great. That's good. And that reminds me, Stephanie, of what you said, if you want to grow your business, you need to know your business. I'm not sure if it was in that section or if it was somewhere else where she said, look at what a particular person or a particular group needs. I think that was the point she was making in that. And, if they need help with enrollments, then give them an incentive to close do a better close at the end of their classes, or give them an incentive to get more people on loyalty rewards, or an incentive for someone to meet with you like Nancy's doing. So knowing what will motivate people makes a huge difference in knowing how to have an effective promotion and an effective incentive.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And when Nancy was talking about her awesome little packet, appreciation and recognition are so important. So right there, Nancy is hitting both nails on the head, because she is recognizing that people's time is very valuable and that they're busy, but she is sending them this little packet of goodies, and that is a sign of appreciation. So Nancy, you do a great job with your team, and if we could all be like you, Nancy, we just would have all. Let's see. So now Melina started talking about how do we promote, and I'm going to start with the tools piece, because since Nancy was talking about how she offers some of the Virage products, when you go to do a membership overview, or maybe you're meeting with a person for the second time, you've got many different options of ways to promote doTERRA's products and recognize and appreciate our team. So, we've got so many different books that obviously we've got the Modern Essentials book and we've got the Emotions books, but there's so many other books out there, pregnancy books and cooking and lots and lots of different, you could take any of the books that some of our presidential diamonds and diamonds have written, the Starfish and Justin's book, and any of those books are great little tools for promoting doTERRA. Any of the tear pads are great. Obviously, different bottles, roller bottles, sample vials, just little containers. Diffusers are obviously another great way to promote our products and show appreciation to our team. We talked a little bit already about all of the training. Maybe you can't pay for somebody's training to, let's say, an out-of-area training, but maybe you could help pay for their gas, or maybe help pay for a night at the hotel, or maybe offer to pay for a day's worth of the meals while they're gone. So there's different ways that you can help your team and get them to other events. You can also promote by offering to come and teach a class at some of your teammates' homes, and maybe do a different class than an intro class. I know Nancy and Elaine are getting ready to do a new class tomorrow night. Elaine has done a wonderful Oils of the Bible class this season that has been great and completely different than an intro class. So you can offer that. That's a great incentive. The Aroma Touch technique is a great way to not only promote the Aroma Touch technique in itself, but also use it as an incentive. If people give them a goal, and then if they hit that goal, then offer them an Aroma Touch treatment. Another really good idea that Melina had was offering, get outside of the box and offer childcare for a night, or offering to clean their house, or hiring somebody to clean their house. Just different incentives like that. And again, depending on where you are in your business, it might be a couple years before you can offer things like that. But just keeping a list of different things that you can do for your team is great. Always, I like what Elaine just said. Promoting our product, that does need to be number one. So using your LRP points to buy products that are not in the Family Essentials Kit or the Home Essentials Kit, get outside. Why not buy somebody some spearmint and some eucalyptus and make some spray bottles of that? It is an awesome combination that I a lot for clients, and it's getting them outside of those 10 most popular oils. And it's not costing you anything because you're using your LRP credits. Also, down the road, you can sponsor somebody to do Diamond Club. And it's such a small investment for you that's going to just continue to pay off months and years down the road. So it really just, again, I know we sound like a broken record, but it just depends on what your teammates need and what really drives them. So Elaine, Nancy, do you girls have anything to add to?
One of the things I was thinking about was she said most traditional businesses don't show a profit for years. Mm-hmm. And so that's why this direct sales industry is a little different. We can show profit within a little bit of time where we can have cash coming in. So if you need to not use money that you've set aside to build this business, use those profits, like Stephanie said, with your loyalty reward points or some of the bonuses that you've made, set it aside to set some of that money aside to use to help with promotions. But if you have extra monies that you can invest, earmark it. That some of my investment in my doTERRA business is going to be for getting a gas card for somebody who has to come a long way for an event, and really promoting that whoever comes the furthest is going to get this gas card. But I also think about Linda is now joined on, and they're in Brooksville, so they're further away than a lot of us that go in the Tampa Bay area to events. And so just Linda making the offer to pick somebody up and bring them to an event saves that person on the gas, but more importantly, it shows that person that Linda wants to be with them, and it gives them that one-on-one time together. And that might seem like such a small thing to use as a promotion, but it's a big thing. I would love to spend, when Linda and I can sync our calendars, we're going to go, she's got some out-of-town folks, and we're going to go together. Part of what I'm looking forward to is not just the working with those people and meeting those people, but the time me and Linda having one-on-one together. So
I do.
can often be intangible things that are part of the promotion. And look at that cute red sweater you have on.
I have been running all day long. I had an event to go to this morning, and then I had a doctor's appointment, and then I met my husband, and we had about 5 errands, and I was trying to get back in time, and we got here, and I realized I left my car at Publix because I met him there. We had to drive all the way back to town to get my car, so I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, we're glad you're on, and we appreciate you tuning in.
Welcome, Linda.
I was going to add, like you said, that I have offered several times to, bring people. And that's, I think, Sherry and I, that's kind of how we got started, because of an event that was at
Penny's house.
Penny's house.
Yep.
And I said, I'll go if you'll come with me, because we didn't know anybody. And it was like, so, and then the next time was the big symposium thing that Lois had at the church. So it does help, and I've offered to bring some people for the next big thing they're having in January 28th.
Exactly.
And I think I've got 2 people that are going to ride with.
Fantastic.
But you were saying, other than Sherry's group, my other people are all out of town. I've got a big group in South Florida, and I'm going down there in February to do a dog show at a kennel. So that was one I wanted you to come with me, but you're going to be at leadership or something.
Yes.
But I can't reach out to them very well. I've done a few online trainings with them because they didn't understand some things. It's kind of hard to offer online, but through Jenny, I told them, that, she could pass something on for me. But I was going to say, when you were talking about those other things, usually when I go to meet somebody, I learn from the best, Elaine, I try to take something, no matter what it is, something small, maybe just a little bag full of goodies. Like Elaine always brings us something. And sometimes it's something we've never seen before, and just give them a few little, breathe drops, veggie caps, and a couple of little bottles in a little bag. They love it. They just like, oh, look at this, because some of them, they can't order those things. So they get to see what they are and use them. And that's how I learned from Elaine. It was like Christmas. Every time I come to see, she'd bring a little goodie, and I'd see something that I hadn't seen before. Then I'd get on Aroma Tools or whatever and order some stuff, because that's the way that's part of the teaching and the learning, is to show them the tools, which you don't automatically know about it, until somebody shows you. So that's my 2 cents worth.
That's good.
Thank you.
When I am pushing for enrollments, is that I will purchase doTERRA's Class in a Box kit, which is $20 or $25. Is it $5? And you will receive 10 5 ml bottles of Wild Orange, which is the cost of $25. These Wild Oranges are $2.50 each, and their perceived value is definitely higher than $2.50. So I will bring these bottles of Wild Orange with me, and I will let people know of the promotions that doTERRA currently is running, whether that is, a 200 PV promotion or if it's a Diamond Club promotion. And then I will let them know after I've closed the class that if anyone gets me their enrollment form tonight, this evening, that I have brought Wild Orange with them, that they get to take home. And that excites people because they have experienced these oils. They realize that they got to wait a couple days to get their kit. But if they can bring their Wild Orange home tonight, it really gets them excited. And for $2.50, that is definitely worth getting an enrollment form in your hand. So that's one of my tips on promotions for getting enrollments. And another one of my tips is that, like Stephanie was talking about earlier in the doTERRA's incentive trip, the incentive trip is won through enrollments during a certain period of time. Anyone can win this trip as long as you will get the certain number of points to win the trip. So for me, when I'm pushing hard to win a trip or to, really hit a next rank, and I am needing to incentivize people to enroll, I will either offer to pay the $35 membership fee, which sometimes is more than what I would be getting back in Fast Start. But if there's a promotion where I'm really close to winning a trip to Cancun, I'm definitely going to pay the $35 for people so that I can get, a $1,500 trip. And also, if there's the promotion where it's jasmine and rose essential oil and you're one or two people away, it's definitely worth paying the $35 to win a free bottle of rose essential oil that's valued at $500. So you have to think about it in perspective, and it has to work out where you're going to be getting more out of that promotion. But on a normal basis, if someone's enrolling with a family physician kit, I'm not going to offer to pay their $35 membership fee because I'm only going to be making $22 in a Fast Start bonus.
Right.
So my last promotion that I wanted to talk about, and this also goes along with, kind of when you're trying to get people to either get on loyalty rewards, which I really push during the incentive season because you get additional points when people order on loyalty rewards, and also for Diamond Club, it gets me additional points so that I could win Diamond Club. So I will promote that if someone places their loyalty rewards order the next month, that they will get an Essential Life book. These books you can purchase in bulk for a pretty good discount for about $15 a piece, which is less than your Fast Start bonus. And if someone's placing a loyalty rewards order, that means you're going to get another Fast Start bonus again. So for me, I think that this is a really good investment because you're getting education into people's hands, and promoting education is key in this business. Promoting events to people and education really is key because, like Linda was just saying, it's something that they don't know about, and when someone learns it, it excites them and it interests them, and they want to learn more and try more and purchase more. And we are in the business of sales. We do want more purchases. So anything that you can do to ensure more consistent long-term purchases, even if they're not on loyalty rewards consistently, but if they still keep placing multiple orders during the year instead of just their enrollment kit order, that's what you want. You want to invest in that. So I love using the Oil Life or the Modern Essentials book, depending on what I have in stock and how good a discount I can get. You can also often find the older edition of the Modern Essentials book very deeply discounted, which if you're giving someone a gift, you don't necessarily need to have the most newest edition with petitgrain and spikenard oil in it. They're probably not at that level to be learning about petitgrain and spikenard. So giving them an older edition of the Modern Essentials book is going to bring so much value to the table, but it's not cost you very much at all. It is one of the best investments you could put back into your business.
That's a great point, Nancy, and it kind of brings me to my next point about how you want to weigh your risk versus reward. Mm-hmm. So having a stock of older editions of the Modern Essentials books that cost you $15 or maybe $16, that is worth the reward because then you're getting education into those people's hands. So, and like Linda was saying, it's the little things. It was I felt like it was always Christmas when I would meet Elaine as well. And she always had something little, and it wasn't a big investment on her part, but it again made me feel appreciated and got to see those cute little bottles, and nobody can turn your head to those cute little sample vials with different oils. So, and as we all know, doTERRA's startup cost is very low if you're planning on doing the business. there really isn't much overhead at all. I mean, the initial cost are the oils, which you are using, your family is using. So as far as a true, business expense, when you get started, there's not a big payout with that. So when you are offering incentives to your team, you do want to make sure that you're realistic with the incentives, and don't try to compete with Presidential Diamond incentives, because they've been in the business longer and they're making more money, so they can offer bigger incentives. So make sure that you're communicating the promotions effectively with others. You want to make sure that you have it written down somewhere so that there's no confusion as to when the promotion starts, when the promotion ends, exactly what the incentive is. Is it a 5 ml bottle of frankincense or a 15 ml bottle of frankincense? That's a huge difference in your cost. And the number one point that she said was never offer incentives that are going to hurt a part of your team. And obviously we know that, it's every leg is different. And you just want to make sure that you're communicating all the different pieces of your incentives. And I liked what she said about how this is you want to be a servant leader, and she said that there's a man, his name is Les Brown, and he had a really great quote called, help others achieve their dreams and you will achieve yours. So just going back to being a servant leader and helping your team, which will then help you. So Elaine, what else do you have on that piece?
One thing that stuck in my mind that she said don't offer so many incentives that you devalue what you're selling or what they're getting. And I'm a natural gift giver, but I have to be careful that I'm not giving so much that then I'm setting the tone that's expected. I want people to know that $150 or $175 or $275 that they are spending, what they are getting is worth every penny of that. And the incentives or the promotions that doTERRA is offering or that I'm offering are just a gift. They're extra over and above. And that what they're getting is so valuable. So I don't ever want to dilute I don't want them to think that there isn't that value, and I don't want them to think that they can't promote things to other people if it's not the same incentive as when they enrolled. But I do know that people are often motivated by incentives. I know at the end of Nancy's Diamond Club, we were kind of going through a list of people that I had talked to for the last couple of years that we were trying to follow up with. And one of the things that I would say is, one was a person named Karen, and I said, hey, Karen, I know you came to a class a couple years ago, and Nancy's doing Diamond Club right now, and she can offer you some good incentives to go ahead and get your oils now. And that was enough information to make her want to know more. And so she met with Nancy. Nancy offered her the Diamond Club incentives, and based on what she purchased, also gave her a Modern Essentials book because it was worthwhile because she bought a bigger kit. And so incentives for her were able to something that she wanted, but to get her off the dime and move her forward. Yeah. So sometimes the incentives are for other people that we already have, like you said, wellness advocates or wholesale customers. But sometimes they're for people that just haven't quite made a decision to get going. And so there's all kinds of levels of promotions and incentives. And just a couple minutes before we end, Stephanie, I'd like to promote a few things that I know that are coming up. So you let me know when that's good.
I'm ready for that because I'm good to go.
Okay. So, of course, I always have my notes of what's going on. And these are some things that I'm promoting to you, but I want you to then go and promote to the people in your organization. One is that the frankincense special goes through the end of the month. Just because a lot of people have already placed orders doesn't mean that they're not going to place more. And something that I'd like to put in people's mind is a lot of people get cash for Christmas. And so what they might want to do with that cash that they get, like a Christmas bonus or a gift that somebody gave them that's cash, is place an extra order that last week of the month in order to get that extra bottle of frankincense. We use so much frankincense in our house that it's worth me looking around and figuring out what I can order and getting that extra $69 bottle of frankincense. So sometimes just reminding people of that will help. Also, I would be remiss not to promote the December 22nd holiday stroll in sunny St. Pete, Florida. It won't be sunny at 7:30 at night, but we'll meet at 6 o'clock this Thursday for those of you that are local. For those of you that aren't, just come on down anyway. We'll have supper at my place, and then after that, we're going to go for a stroll to look at the Christmas lights in downtown St. Pete. And two things that we do on Team Voltage to promote product training that I always want to continue to promote are, one is the weekly Zoom call that we do on Sunday nights. That's 20 minutes of product education. And we won't be doing those the next 2 weeks because next Sunday is Christmas and the Sunday after is New Year's. But those are the only 2 Sundays since we started that we have not had it. And so be sure to tune in every Sunday night at 9 o'clock, because the more we can understand the products we have, the better value we get out of what we have in our oil box. And the more people understand what a particular oil will do for them, the more likely they are to order it if they don't have it in their box. And the other thing is, go ahead, Linda.
Because I always thought that Zoom chat was just for wellness advocates, and my sister started coming just because she wanted to see what was going on. We need to even invite the people that are just customers, because they learn more, and when they learn more, they may turn into a wellness advocate.
Exactly. So even though it's only for people on Team Voltage, your wholesale customers, we have quite a few that are on every week, and they are learning, and they send me messages all the time that says, hey, I added Terrazyme to my order. I didn't know about it. I'm really looking forward to it, to getting it in, trying to use it. And that's thing. So it's for everybody. And then the other thing is the oil camps that we're putting together. Little by little, we're getting people trained, especially new people, on how to use their oils and more about doTERRA. So we'll continue to offer them. And lastly, Linda already mentioned it, January 28th is the next doTERRA event. That doTERRA is actually coming to Tampa in our area, and they're going to do an all-day event in Tampa at the Sheraton, and you'll be able to see lots more information about that. But we'll get to be together. Team Voltage will get to be together. We'll get to see each other. We'll get to spend a whole day together and really learn a lot. One of the scientists is coming, one of the regional sales directors, and then lots of local leaders will be teaching as well.
All right. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much. We hope you all have enjoyed this chat with the 4 of us ladies. And we just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yay.
And God bless you all.
Thanks.
Stephanie.
Appreciate it so much.
Thanks, Steph.